Ladies and gentlemen, the original penciled radio guys, it's the waves again. Here we are.
It started yet.
I have. I started a couple of hours ago.
His own world over there. He's talking to myself. Hey, this is Chris.
Hey, Chris Costello here. How you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Costello's broadcasting from Boondocks, South Carolina today, and I'm in Las Vegas, so we're worlds apart.
Worlds apart. It is.
In culture and pretty much everything.
And just about everything. Yes.
Let me try to get ready to get my South Carolina. Okay, let me see if I can get my neck to
get your redneck going.
I'm doing my best.
There you go.
I want to apologize here. We've got this same show discrepancy as we always have had for quite a while, the Chris and Costello show.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Costello. He's got this really expensive microphone. When he talks, it just his voice like never before. Because when he turns the microphone off, just so you folks will know, he sounds like this. When he turns on that super duper big dick microphone, he sounds like he does now. Me, I have here. This is the Amazon special. Okay, I thought it was pretty good, Mike. Apparently not, as you can hear when you hear it. I thought there was a little tin can here. And then there's Costello. And then there's me over here. There's Chris over here. And so this is the last week of that. I just want to mention it, okay? So what I did, I break down and buy the Costello microphone, the one he has, and the Costello board that it plugs into. So next week's show will sound like this. Will be equal, I guess, in microphone.
Hopefully, excuse me, I'm going to turn on a light here because the sun's gone down.
I hope so. You like the fact that you like that microphone discrepancy, man. It's not going to hear it all the time. Go, move your mic closer. It sounds kind of tinny. I go, what's this? My microphone.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you're going through your microphone right now. I think you might be
talking about it. You got this. You got in front of him. You got the big stand for it. You got it right there. Right there next to his mouth. You may even chewing a couple of times during the show.
Well, you know what? If you're going to dance with the big boys, you got to have the toys.
I guess so. So I have ordered the toys. Mm-hmm. So I'll be on an equal plane with you next week. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. So
yeah. Well, that and also we'll have new backgrounds too. Or at least I will. And maybe you can turn the camera around.
We'll get that new logo thing. I'll pop that baby right behind me. You betcha. So, or I can turn my sun lamp on like you just did.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Those 3/4 of your face is lit, the other's in shadow.
Well, it's
We have the best technical qualities in this show. Audio problems, light problems. There we go. It's looking like there we go. It's the Kmart show going on today. Right?
There we go. How's that?
That's good. That's good.
Better. That's better. I'm surrounded in darkness now. New
parents have more hair, so that's good.
I need a haircut. I what's left.
Haircuts, okay.
Well, otherwise, if I don't keep it real short, it looks weird. It just goes bushy and uncontrollable.
And the thing is, you come out here and let's do a transplant on you.
I did come.
Put on some extensions.
I did come out there. I was out there 2 weeks ago for like 8 hours.
You came on your schedule. You didn't come on the surgery schedule to get a hair transplant. No. I know why. Because you're.
No. I had nothing. You have to argue with Allison about that because she
to do a surgery anyway. She had you in one night, out the next morning. I'm going, okay, well, hell of it.
Hey, you know what? I got to turn this light down a bit. It's really getting into my. There we go.
You gotta get this shit worked out before the show. I mean, what's wrong with you?
Well, the sun's gone down, so it's really bright. But there you go. Okay.
Here's a scary thing. Nighttime in Columbia, South Carolina.
It is kind of scary.
Listening for gunshots.
I can't hear you. Can't.
Coming soon.
The sooner or later you'll hear it, or if we all get really quiet and I open all the windows, you'd hear all the sirens going off.
Yeah. Hey, there's a cheap advertisement in. You when you're on it, right? A Polo Loco?
We don't have that here.
But when you were here, then you eat a Polo Loco?
Oh, God, 30 years ago, yeah.
30 years ago? You didn't live here 30 years ago.
I did. What, in Vegas? Yes, I did.
Hasn't been 30 years since you've lived here.
No, it hasn't. And I didn't. I ate that a couple of times, and I thought the portions were so small. The chickens were barely out of their egg when they slaughtered them. So I
order a lunch portion. It's like enough to last me for 2 freaking days. So I guess they've changed. I don't know.
I think they must have done. They've got bigger chickens.
We all find them pretty good. So I'm trying to get to be a sponsor to the show. So therefore, El Pollo Loco.
Pollo Loco, yeah, bringing you.
It's better than Taco Bell. It's better than Del Taco. It's El Pollo Loco.
You know what? Now we know what came first, the chicken or the egg.
El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely. Talking of that, should we try that? We got a problem apparently across the country.
We got a big problem. It's like, if you remember, not to make this political because I don't want to, but he brought it up during the campaign. Trump did. You can't afford eggs. When I get in there, everybody gets eggs. You get them at the right price. Okay, he's in there. Of course, it's going to be political. He's going to blame it on the prior administration. That's what they do, and I expect that. But one, you can't find eggs anywhere. There's a shortage. And two, if you can find eggs, it's over $11 a dozen. Okay.
What?
I know. Now, if you go like Costco and stuff, you can get them for like $5, but you have to buy 14 dozen. Okay, so they get $5 a dozen. That's a lot of eggs to eat in a short period of time. You don't want to be around that.
Egg bound.
There's nothing worse than a stinky egg fart,
Oh, that's very true. Nasty. Sulfuric. Nasty.
Let's see if we can find out why is there a shortage for eggs, for one, and two, why all of a sudden they cost so much money. I don't know. Let's find out. Who we call him?
Well, you know what? I made this call, and hopefully he's still there. Bill Bell, gentleman Bill Bell from the Brown Egg Association.
He's up in Wisconsin there. He's in Middle America.
He is. Let's see if he's still there, shall we?
American chicken farmer.
Well, that was interesting. All right, here we go.
They may have wiped out a few chickens because of fear of the bird flu. I could have something to do with this shortage. We'll find out.
There we go.
Bill Bell. Eggman, Wisconsin. I'll be going home for dinner.
He probably has.
Welcome to our voicemail system. You have reached the mailbox of 10 message. When you have finished recording, press pound or simply hang up.
Hey, Bill Bell.
Bill Bell. This is Chris and Costello. Our podcast is on live right now, and you spoke to Costello.
Press 1.
Oh.
To listen to your message, press 2.
That's all we get?
Well, apparently that's it.
Oh. You get that then. Here, leave a message. 6 seconds later. Do you like your message? Push 1. If you don't, if they're just trying to say it the right way, we don't want you to leave a freaking message. Okay?
Let's get rid of it. There we go.
I thought we could leave a decent message, but no.
Well, I try. What can I say? Well, that was our show.
It was not just a part of our show, just a small wee portion of the show.
Just a little bit. Talking of shows, did you happen to watch the SNL tribute, 50-year tribute to SNL music?
I did. I loved it.
Oh, what did the beginning montage? It was about 20 minutes long. The best music editing I think I've ever seen.
It was really impressive and
stunning.
You don't remember all the guests they've had on there. It's just, man, and all different types of music. It was really awesome. It was great. Behind the scenes stuff with Mick Jagger, and it was just great fun. I loved it.
Yeah, it was brilliant, especially Rage Against the Machine. It's like, you're going to make us do what now?
Well, they had them on with who's that? Steve Forbes guy who was running for president a few years ago. About the most straight conservative guy you could meet, and he's going, "Ladies and gentlemen, Rage Against the Machine." It's like that's a weird match there, and it didn't fit at all. So.
And this is, of course, just right after they've had a fist fight literally on the stage because they wanted to take the American flag and drape them over the amplifiers upside down, which is a sign of distress. At least nautically it is anyway. So you can't do that to our flag. Oh, God,
well, they featured your hero artist, Sinead O'Connor, and the controversy she caused.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Song helped the picture of the Pope and ripped it up on live TV, and it was, oh my God, so But I forgot how really pretty and talented that she was. And that was, and like they said, her statement she was making,
She was right on the money.
She was right on the money. Yeah. So
yeah.
It just offended some Catholics, maybe about 5 of them, maybe a couple of priests. They interrupted their time with the altar boys, but said that was okay. But it was good to see that again, because when you look at it now, years later, it just seems so tame,
Oh, absolutely. And did you happen to notice Elvis Costello in there? I mean, how could you? You're banned. You'll never work here again. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Elvis Costello.
That's right. Yeah, nobody. Okay, Elvis Costello. So
you just have him again. Yeah. Maybe he'll. He's doing. Actually, this is really very cool. He's doing a nationwide tour this year of all his first 3 albums, which, in my opinion, were his best work. So he's dusting all that off and taking it out on the road. It's like brilliant.
Well, so that early work to get our attention, made Elvis Costello your namesake, Costello.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So he's coming here to Vegas. He's coming here 4 times this year. He's playing the Palms. Yeah.
I want your attention. Chris and Costello, the original canceled radio guys, would like it very much if you'd subscribe to the podcast. There will be prizes. Just go to https://www.chrisandcostello.com and click on the oh so convenient button called subscribe. Only $3. Thank you. Triple X.
If he's doing that, you should go. You should go, or maybe I'll tell you what we could do. Not 4 times. Wow, find out how much it is. They're about $100 tickets here. That's not bad.
Okay, here tickets start at $65.
Well, really?
Yep.
It's a bigger venue. Oh man, I'll have to look into that.
He's playing here at 2,500 seat auditorium, so that means every seat's going to be pretty decent, But they start at 65, go up to like 450. And if there's a big demand of a higher, how it works in Vegas, but that's the ticket prices for now. Yeah. This is not bad.
Might be worth a plane trip. Go and take Allison, and maybe if you're in town, you'd come too.
Yeah, you come out, we'll get you a hair transplant. You see Elvis Costello in the front row with all those scabs on your head while you're healing.
Nice. That sounds lovely.
You're really good, Serve your next man to go. Ooh. It'd be fun.
It should be. But yeah, that's something. And that SNL show, that's about the 3rd one I've watched. I think I watched one on the airplane coming back from Hawaii.
There's a lot of them for the 50th anniversary, and the big 50th anniversary show's coming up. It's going to be in prime time. It's like a 2-3 hour event, so it should be a lot of fun. But that music thing, man, that's one of those shows that was so good. I want to watch that again. These shows you feel that way about, but that one I'm just wow. I want to see that again. I'm
trying to remember who else he had. Who else got banned? Rage Against the Machine, and who else? It didn't happen that often, but when it did, it was like, ooh.
Mostly it was like bickering backstage and stuff, And they didn't know Sinead was going to do that anyway. They had no idea. So
yeah.
It's like Lord Michael's going to stand ahead because alarms are going off in my head. It's like, holy crap, But it went away after a couple of weeks, and as time goes on, what the big deal? As time goes on, she was right anyway.
The best thing about that show is it had hardly any of Chevy Chase on there. Of course, he's not musical, but
they don't like him. They hate the guy. He's an ass now.
He is an ass.
He got older and turned into an ass. I don't know if he was, but he's only on 1 year anyway, first year.
Well, he bought the rights to all that, just by the way, to Saturday Night Live. He owns half of it, or some
appearances on there or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he was. I was doing working a movie in Vegas. Oh, it was Vegas Vacation. From National Lampoons, right? And of course, he was in that. And I was talking to Beverly D'Angelo, who's his wife in the movie. Sweet woman, lovely woman. And we're talking about her brother, who was a jazz musician. And I just made the statement. And, we were talking and cutting up and having a laugh, and people were laughing and everything. And I said, I don't mind jazz. I prefer it live. I wouldn't put on an album of jazz, But I think, Jazz, it's just something you got to feel. You got to be there.
Yeah.
And on my left-hand side, I suddenly hear this voice going, well, that's a complete load of shit. And it was Chevy Chase.
You wonder who that could have been, yeah.
And I just turned around and I looked at him and said, I'm not talking to you.
There's some small clubs here in Vegas that play jazz over at the Tuscany, and they have this really some nights they have a really beautiful Filipino singer in there who sings with it. It's just good. It's just good fun. Like you said, hearing some section of it live is great. Album, but you get a good chance here live in Vegas, which you don't get in a lot of cities. So we're lucky. We're lucky. But let me tell you what was not so lucky. It's like this freakiest thing I found out yesterday. Okay, because we know. We're out there. Our show's on X. We're on TikTok, mainly on YouTube at the moment. We're just dominating those areas. But freaking TikTok, man, it's just like, so many people depend on it, and they were just having a heart attack when it was like banned for all of like 48 hours, and it's back. There's it's like a podcast. There's any type of show you want to do out there, and some of it's kind of scary. So. The girlfriend of one of the guys who works here, he goes to that damn lady, and Jesus Christ. Go ahead, get your strobe, get out of your system. Go ahead.
There.
Get the sponsor out of there.
Go ahead. Your girlfriend's something.
Give me an opening to do it. Excuse me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it to look good.
So tacky in a show. My God, man. Okay. Anyway.
Well, the lights changed since we started. Now the sun is gone. Yeah, that's better. Come on. Surely you have to. Yeah, there we go.
So you can get followers and pretty much. And I thought this was a joke. Okay. This woman turned me on. She goes, listen to these guys. She pops in there, I think, just to give the losers on it a hard time. These people are in there arguing, and I just went, they're kidding, but they're dead serious. Some on there think the world is round. And they're arguing with other people who still think the world is flat. I'm going, bullshit. Yeah. And then I'm listening. And they're arguing. These guys don't have any work. They're living in mom and daddy's basement, I guess. And they don't say it's 24/7. I mean, she's listening to them last night. It's like 11 p.m. Aired up this morning at 6:30, and she holds the phone, and they're still on there. I heard, I just prove the world is flat. You don't know what the hell you're doing. And they're dead serious. What the hell? And I'm looking at how many people are on there doing this thing, and part of the conversation, arguing about it. And I've never heard a bigger bunch of freaking losers in my life. It's scary. It's like 1,980 new podcast downloads per week in this country. I'm talking about what? And stuff like this,
Oh, wow.
Murder mysteries, scientific stuff. I still think the world is flat, it's bullshit, and just going, all these people who sail around the world, I mean, just when they stop and turn around and come back. I mean, no, that's why it's the saying, like, sail around the world. And you get suckered into it, and you start arguing with these people. And so I couldn't take it anymore, so I grabbed her, she walked away for a minute. So I grabbed her phone, I hit the mute off or whatever. I went, you people are the biggest bunch of numbnut. Who's that in my life? All of a sudden, who the fuck is that? And I said, well, you listen to yourself. What the hell's wrong with you? You guys here's the thing. There's no women on there, okay? You wonder why. Except for what they call female trolls who are looking for guys. I'm going, these are guys, we see the women, the ugliest group of skanks I've ever seen. I'm joking, but it's like, the categories belong to you. There's women who desperately want to meet a guy, so they go on this thing thinking, well, these guys, they've never had a woman before. If they did maybe one time their whole life, so they know they're easy pickings. They're thinking, oh, maybe they got some money or something. No, it doesn't even work. How do you have time to be on that stupid TikTok thing 24/7? I mean, I'm not kidding. It's actually there. I'm going to get the name of it, and I'll put it out there and just share it. Anybody click on it anytime, listen to this shit. You will just
can't wait.
So here's this woman who's on there. She's part of where I work, really pretty girl, and so she goes on and they go, oh, because they don't have any women on except for the ones who are just trying to maybe meet guys for money or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she starts arguing with them just for fun and stuff. They go, oh, she's into doing this stuff, and she'll tease them and go like, but the thing is like, this could be an interesting thing for us guys, but you're bald and stuff, so I don't hang around bald guys. And so, and they go, what can we do? And they go, you should go get this place to get a hair transplant. Then maybe we could, maybe have a future together. And these people flying in from all over the country here. From this TikTok show.
Employ. Hey,
and I'm saying, what did you freaking genius for doing this? Because they're losers, lonely. Here comes an attractive woman just saying, well, if you go get some hair, then maybe we'll see where we go from there. Booking it. It's great. We've probably I checked, probably in business from that show of losers, a little bit over $100,000 in business.
Really?
Hello.
Wow. No kidding.
I mean, they're stupid, and she goes and plays them all. I mean, it didn't start that way intentionally. She just got in there listening to it. Dude, this looks like fun. And then she realized what they're all about and just started throwing that part in there. She goes, time out for a quick commercial break. If you go. And I just had a guy in here 2 days ago getting a full beard. Because she said, you look like a baby. I want a man who looks mature. Get some facial hair. He was here.
You can do that?
Yeah. Of course. Eyebrows, beards, everything. We put it on your back, your legs, your butt, wherever you want. So.
On the end of my nose.
Do that too. Had a gay couple.
As it is.
Like we had a gay couple come in about 5 years ago, right? And they both had really nice heads of hair. I'm just going, looking good, guys. What can we do for you? He goes, well, we've been together for a while and things are getting kind of routine and boring. So we thought maybe mix it up a little bit. We both aren't hairy guys. So we thought one of us got some chest hair. It'd be kind of fun. I went, that'd be kind of fun. So
go for it.
So we did big chest hair implants. It looks like Austin Powers now, So they come in probably a year later. Here's the guy with like chest hair go up his neck and shit there because it's continuous growth. And you can put Austin Powers to shame. I go, you guys just change your life. This is so great because look at this thing. This is wonderful.
Can I have my back done too?
That probably next, yeah. Earlier this year, we did another chest hair, a different guy, different stories. It was a personal thing, and I'm going, sure it is. And then we did, we did a leg hair. Yeah.
Leg hair, interesting.
Oh, okay, I said, please explain that to me. Why the hell would you want that for? And he goes, look, I got these white pasty legs. I get excited every spring. Hey, I get to put shorts on, go out again. Everyone's going, hey, what are you doing? Dude, you shaving your legs or what? Yeah, what's he? And so I just did a few sprinkles of some leg hair. So I looked like, normal, like a normal guy, with some leg hair. And I thought, well, reason to sound, I guess. There's a lot of unsound reasons people come in here. So yeah, we did that too. So
this is the original canceled radio guys brought to you by, you got hair problems? Come see Bailey.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, you can't make this shit up. That TikTok thing just freaking blew me away. I know, like with podcasts, there's just so much stuff out there, and topics can be really weird, because everyone can do a podcast if they want to. It doesn't mean nobody's going to listen to it, or it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, usually they do those weird topics like that. They'll do maybe 4 episodes, and then they're gone. Then the next one comes on, and they just go. The most listened to podcast or Dateline stuff. They extend the mysteries. People like that stuff, so I can see that. The Rogan thing's still big out there, so.
Just by the way, Rogan has a microphone like this, so you will have Rogan microphone.
Well, I explain. I've heard him talk on his show, and it sounds like your microphone,
Here I am. Hey, let me tell you about the chest hair guy, okay? That TikTok show. You believe that shit? They think the world is flat. Oh.
Sadly.
Last week it sounded like a tin can compared to Costello there. But I think it's just worth. We should just go on and spend some time just, browse through TikTok and just find whatever weird crap is out there and just join it and just listen and see what the hell they're talking about. It's really scary. These people are freaking lonely nuts,
And we know which way they voted too. Just
before that outlet, where would they go to dispute this crap? I mean, and they're passionate. They're arguing. You don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't prove the world's round. You don't know it's flat. It always has been. They're bullshitting that it's round. I'm going, God dang it.
Let me see. I'm looking at a picture from the moon of the Earth, and it's like this.
Yeah, people have sailed around the world. We send people up to space, and they get to look at the Earth from space. It doesn't look flat to me, and they orbit around the world. It's just like they have arguments. It's government conspiracy. They want us to think that it's round when it's really flat. I want to go there. Why would the government want us to think that it's round instead of flat? What's the advantage of that? I just have to jump in and call them a bunch of stinking, lonely ass losers. You know?
Yeah. You know what? This is from a page of I Told You So. But our commander in chief has decided that he wants to run for a third term. He's already started. Yeah, he already started.
Well, that would make him 82, 83 years old by the time that happened. So,
he'll be dead by then.
Well, I don't want to be. We're gonna be dead in 4 years.
No. He'll be dead.
No, man, his dad lived to be mid to upper 90s. I mean, they get that longevity gene going, you know.
Mm.
You see what he eats. You see it. He's moving around. He's fine. He's.
You know what? He eats all that. All that garbage. Yeah, well, all that. I mean, it's got so many preservatives in it that it's probably preserving him.
Ah, that's the key. Yeah. Eat that processed meat. The preservative. Okay.
And also, if you turn the hamburger sideways, it's flat.
I beg to differ. Let's get on TikTok and we'll do a show and we'll argue about that. Damn. So that just told me right there. So I don't spend enough time going through all that crap on TikTok, you know. Mm-hmm. But if you do a deeper dive into it, besides the obvious what's trending in videos and this cutesy thing, there's some weird shit in there, you know. So
yeah, no doubt. There's
weirder shit than I ever thought. I mean, people still arguing about that, and they're damn dead serious, and they do it 24/7. Oh, if some guys sign up and go to bed, there's two other guys take their place and keep it going. Yeah. It is crazy.
Well, next time I get really bored, I know what I'll do then.
Well, I'm just saying, if the ladies, you want to hop onto that, if you ever want these guys to do anything, if you want to sell them anything, or give them to do anything, just go in there. You're attractive, and just say what you want them to do, and damn it, they'll do it because they think they have a shot at you. They will do it. So,
they'll do it.
They'll do it.
Changing the subject now. I did.
Quick, the last part, I wrapped that. I was the nice lady who said, because the guy gave him for the beer, she goes, "Don't tell him. Don't tell them I'm here, and don't tell them that you know anything about it because they're embarrassed by it." Well, they freaking should be embarrassed by it. So we can't say anything to them. You know, I know if it's a TikTok patient or not, you know, but we're not allowed to say anything to them because it's like a secret society.
Secret thing. Well, it's 100,000 a year. Thank you very much. I'll take
it. Same thing. It's like a white guy flat butt, you know, a black guy round butt. You know, it's a flat round. Same thing. Okay. So as I was, you go ahead. Got to beat that stuff. Go ahead. Beat what I got there. Go ahead.
Well, I can't really. But, you know, we were talking about football, and of course we got the Super Bowl coming up. And I said last week when we did our last show that I'll root for Philadelphia because if anybody, everybody I always root for loses. They just do. It just happens. So unfortunately, that went a little awry, didn't it? Philadelphia.
But I couldn't help. I can't not fake not wanting to root for Buffalo, which I said at the beginning of the year. This is the year Buffalo's finally going to do it. There they are, one game away, just like they were last year at the same time. You know, they lost by a field goal last year as well too. They've lost 4 times in that AFC Championship game to try to get the Super Bowl. And each time, I don't know how Josh Allen, I think, is great. It's got to be messing with his head. I mean, it's like he's right there on the brink. All that hard work every year, and their team is good, and they fall one game short of getting there. It's got to be fucking you up after.
Like Susan Lucci, never nominated.
And I think Josh will finally do it. You know, so it's just sad. He's in his prime, you know, and he just can't get there. Yeah. And now I know how the golfers felt when Tiger was at his prime. No one can beat Tiger. They're having great years, but can't freaking beat Tiger. You know,
yeah, that's true.
Can't beat freaking Tom Brady. You know, now he's my homies. So, but having a guy like Josh Allen right there on the cusp is just a shame. It's the first time I've ever seen him after a game like that. He usually gets up, he shakes hands, he's walking off. He's sitting there on the bench this time, just sitting with his head down, and I'm going. It's finally him. He's going, "What do I have to do? What is the deal?"
I don't know what we're going to do this weekend. No football. Good God. What's
Well,
going to
they
happen?
have the Pro Bowl.
Oh, is there? Oh,
Yes.
okay. So there is football. Okay.
It's flag football and other crazy little silly games.
Oh,
But
I saw the flag football thing. That might be kind of
they
interesting.
used to do this. They had like a semi-real game. But they always didn't play hard because they didn't want to get hurt because of the Pro Bowl. But at least they're out there. It was always in Hawaii. So the Hawaiians got to see football because no NFL team out there. So they all
Right.
come out and get to see the NFL players. They were great. Players are happy they're in Hawaii. The locals are happy to get autographs and pictures and stuff. And now it's like in Orlando. So.
Oh,
But
really?
it's flag football. But I think Hawaiians will still like it because all the football stars are there. So
That's a shame. I would have gone to Hawaii for that.
So the question is America sick of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year? Did it hit the point where they're going, not them again, Jesus? You know,
Yeah. Well, I think this would be their final year of being the darlings.
Homie's a young guy, man. He's got many years ahead.
No, I'm not saying that he won't. I'm just saying that, the people will be tired of him by them going, oh, yeah. It's like you have
the Taylor Swift effect as well already, too.
Yeah. Well, it goes in threes. It's like you have a hit album and I'm going, yeah, it's great. Can't wait for the next one. And the next one's pretty awful usually. And then the third one comes on, they just sold out. Oh, and maybe an excellent album.
So people are saying football now is rigged, and so I'm going, no, not rigged. I mean, look at this, right? So they make history. The Chiefs go ahead and win, which I think they will do. This is a repeat of Super Bowl 2 years ago. It was the Eagles and the Chiefs, and Chiefs beat them. Once again, every Chiefs game, it comes down to the end, very close game, but Chiefs won. So they'll want them to win this year because that would be something that's never been done before, winning 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
So after they win that, they've achieved the goal. So next year, people are going to go, can we get Josh in there in Buffalo? Somebody, anybody,
But you know what's going to happen is that our shit given in control is going to have an executive order going, Chiefs can't win. Sorry. Look, executive order. See that?
Well,
I'll tell you what. We'll take them all down to the Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
America.
You may not be around to see next year's Super Bowl once they deport you. So.
Well, you laugh, but I have a friend who told us
him saying he could send you out of here. Are you a citizen? No, get him out.
Get out of here. How long you been here? Get out of here. Yeah.
Families on the news going, he's worked here. He's lived there for years. He's worked here for years. We've raised 2 kids here. Don't give a crap. He's not a American citizen. Yeah, back he goes.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah,
I think your only safe thing is because you're from England. You're not from Panama or Nicaragua or Mexico.
I am the right color. I am the right lack of color.
You are. Yeah, you're an albino. So I think.
Oh no, not that bad. Got a little bit of tan from Hawaii. Tiny.
Just go out public speaking Spanish. They go, show me your card.
Yeah. Oh. Can you imagine? Because now the local police, God help us, can now act as ICE agents.
But most cities are refusing to do that.
Some cities, the blue cities, mostly.
Well, in Denver, they're not helping. Okay, they refuse to help. So ICE has to do it all on their own. They've hit Denver pretty hard the last couple of days. Vegas, I haven't really heard too much about that happening.
No, Vegas is blue, so you're good there.
No, you mean red.
It's blue.
Red is Trump. Blue is liberal.
Okay, but I mean, the basis of Vegas is blue. Always had been.
Trump came here after he got in office. He wanted to thank Vegas and Nevada for voting him in because they haven't voted red in 20 years, and for him. So he's going to go, I'm going to get them immigrants out of here. Yeah, so,
boy, I tell you what, they have a field day in Vegas. Jeez.
Yes, they would. Everyone's expecting him because he wants to do a favor. He came to Vegas to keep his promise. He goes, I promise you, no tax on tips. I just want to come say thank you, and I'll keep my promise. Next promise is the immigrants out, but ICE hasn't hit here in Vegas yet. But the local news says they expect it to be some action into this weekend.
Here's the thing. What they'll do They said, they had pictures of all these immigrants on this plane and everything. They said the plane never took off. Apparently,
what did they do with them?
Well,
they want the plane shoot them? They want back shoot in the desert?
Put them back in lockup, I guess. But I mean, that's the whole thing. It's a conspiracy. It's a ruse. So they're all the guys back in Panama and Colombia and all those kind of the country that is. They're all going like, oh shit, America, you can't go there anymore. That's the idea anyway.
Okay,
well, that's what I think. Because you can't deport 11 million people. It's not possible. And if you did, this whole country would grind to a halt very quickly. The economy would be totally shot.
They're going to do it every day, one immigrant at a time. Okay, so if the local government is saying here, they're giving people warning. They're going, you knock on the door from those folks, don't answer. If they don't have a warrant, don't let them in. They're just saying, do you have rights? You don't have to go, oh, here, cut me, take me out. So.
Oh, well, you asked for it.
Costello, his hands behind his back. God dang it, I've been here 30 years.
Some bitch.
I mean, they were serious.
Might bring my motorcycle with me.
Been here for 2 decades plus, raised their families here. Don't care. You never became a citizen.
Try 4 decades.
They think you came here illegally, like Costello did.
No. I was here legally. I just overstayed. That's all. There's a big difference. But they did try to.
There is ICE agents. Let me see this.
They did try to deport me quite a few times, and I think I told you that story.
Let me find the ICE agent hotline.
You know what? When I lived in West Virginia,
I got a bridge for you in South Carolina. A bridge in South Carolina. Go get his ass.
Holy shit! There's all at least 2 of us.
No bridge in South Carolina unless they made a wrong turn or something.
But you know what? Here's the thing: when I lived in West Virginia and shared that house with Chaz, which, just by the way, for those that don't know, Chris and I used to work together many years ago. He was my boss way back when, and we had this other guy called Chaz who was part of the morning zoo crew.
Yep,
I wasn't. He was, but it was Chris's thing. Anyhow, we rented a house together, and many interesting things happened. But anyway, I finally got a phone, and I looked up the phone, and I was getting these odd phone calls from people. It turned out we had the X number of the Secret Service in Charleston, West Virginia.
Why would there be Secret Service there anyway? But
well, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you want a place to disappear next to Columbia, South Carolina, Charleston, West Virginia. You could look quite nicely there. I'm never going to look for you there.
You like Chaz, who's disappeared in Texas.
No, yeah, I know exactly where. I know where he is. He's in.
We know where he is, but the quick question is, why does he not speak to us? What did you do? What did you do?
Me. I think he's still pissed.
What did you do?
Yeah, but you fired him the same day you fired me.
I didn't fire him.
Yes, you did.
I didn't fire Chaz. I took him every station I went to, except for one of the last ones I went to. I didn't take him.
I guess
there was nobody open. I had no need. Staff was full. I can't fire someone and bring him in, and I think he pissed him off. I don't know. So he wound up going.
Could be. Well, it's true. It's true. I think it was David Chandler, the GM, who fired me. I think.
Exactly.
That's a long time ago.
David Chandler, who fired me. He's a little country boy from South Carolina, like what you are. He lives right below you still. He lives down in Charleston.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Oh, you will remember we called him.
Yeah, I was going to say. You remember
we called him when we got together with Doak.
It was funny because we called this guy, our old gentleman, and he goes, "Well, it's good to hear from you guys. Well, bye." So, really short conversation. It's good to hear from you guys. Really good. Yep. I'm retired. Having some fun out in the water. Okay, well, bye.
Yeah.
Well, he's really happy to hear from us.
Oh, well, certainly his favorite DJ, that's for sure.
I think it's because we had Doak on the phone with us. He's going, oh, freaking Doak. Could remind you, because in March is the Academy Awards, which means in March is our annual Doak Awards.
Well,
we'll have
we'll have to explain what the Dokes are. And
I'm going to put up the picture of the Doak when we get to March. I can show it yet. Why spoil the fun? When we get to March award season, I'm going to hold up and go, "This is the Doak," and people will go, "Oh my God,
Hey, you know what? We're about time to wrap up now. You know that?
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry.
No? Yeah, well, you see how it goes. So, of course, the original canceled radio guys radio show, radio, brought to you by Chris and Costello.
A Poro Loco.
And hopefully, Boy Loco.
And who's going to bend over and take the squeal this week? The dipshits on the TikTok channel who think the world is flat. Let's give it to them.
Do that.
Give it to them. Stick to it, right?
We should almost mention that the original canceled radio guys is, of course, thought and conceived by Mr. Chris Bailey and aided and abetted by myself, Costello, and who we produced by?
Chesney from Chetney.
Of course, it wasn't. I was forgetting. I was doing that just to. I was going to make a Taylor Swift joke in there, but it all fell apart. Never mind.
Pausing for dramatic, you told the base of your microphone just to linger a little bit longer.
My new microphone. Well, you'll have one next week, and it'll be fun.
For you dipshits on TikTok, you think the world is flat? Squeal them.
Squeal them. Yeah. Well.
Squeal it.
Nasty. That note, that is goodbye. Chesney, you can turn it off now.
Hey, goodbye, Chesney.